Hello everybody, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So, we are going to be getting into some adventure missions around Amphoreus. Let me see, do we have anything in our texts? Yes, we sure do. Alright, Aglaya. Esteemed guest, are you near the Dromus workshop? It seems a commotion has broken out there. Do you think you can go and take a look? I can't get away at the moment. Leave it to me. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thank you. I'll leave you to it. Oh right. Please refrain from mentioning my name. Thank you, esteemed guest. Alright, let's go. Let's check it out. What's the issue? Citizens, we have seen it too. It was this Outlander. That my beloved boss man would exhibit such major mood swings, refusing to receive guests for days on end. It is the trickery of this Outlander. Slander! I only petted it lightly. Who knew your Dromus would be so timid? Huh, lightly? My Dromuses are sacred beasts blessed by Georios. They are nigh priceless. Like Bossman here, it loses its appetite when it's frightened. Without food, it won't have much strength. It won't have strength to carry people, and if it doesn't work, I'll lose that much more money in a day. And look at these beautiful scales. They are a little shabby, but when did this scratch appear? You must have done this with your grubby fingers. Huh? That was already there to begin with. Stop making excuses. No one else touched it besides you that day. You will pay for my losses. What happened? Oh, look who's here. Even the hero who fought alongside the Chrysos heirs stands with me. Hey, I didn't say that. Justice does lie in the hearts of people. In recent times, Bossman has been unusually lately. I noticed something amiss, and personally stood guard by its cage. Guess who I caught red-handed? This Outlander. He would come here on time every day, get close to Bossman and pinch it violently. My heart bleeds for its abuse. I was massaging it. I noticed something off with its behavior, surmising that it was overworked and wanted to ease its pain. An owner like you, working your beasts of burden to the bone without a day off, even mountain dwellers would be hard-pressed to keep up. How we rear our livestock in Akama will not be dictated by an ignorant outlander such as you. Are you disrespecting our customs? That's right, I don't know much about Dromuses, but this Outlander is overstepping his boundaries. Yeah, that one might even be another remnant of Zagreus' worshippers. Look at them sneaking about. Hear that? According to our laws, you now have two choices. Resolve this with compensation, or I'll see you in civilian court. Huh? But I have no money. Don't blame me then. Where are the guards? It's time to earn your keep. That's a little overboard, isn't it? Overboard? I'm in the wrong for seeking compensation from a criminal? Lord Liluder, you are mistaken. This last's words may have been candid, but the reasoning is sound. As the conflict gradually reaches breaking point, a geezer comes out. And who are you? Just an ordinary geriatric. Lord Liluder, I reckon you must have knowledge of the matter from your confident poise. I have a few questions regarding these pack beasts. Not only the Dromuses, I also know my merchandise like the back of my hand. Ask away. As the guardian of these Dromuses, what is the most commonly known characteristic of Georios? Need you even ask? It's earnest hardship, tenacity, and a thick hide. Then, how should Dromuses, blessed by Georios, be manifested? In the same way, obviously. On this note, everyone may be asking a question. If this Dromus here was blessed by a Titan, how could such a tough creature have a scratch on its scales? I shall hazard a guess at this. When the city was attacked, the Mad King's kin wrought destruction along the streets, causing damage to many Dromuses. The scars on its scales are a testament to its glory, but as a servant of the earth, mud covered its scar, preventing anyone from noticing. Till that gentleman gave it a massage, causing the mud on its scales to be kneaded off, and thus was the scar revealed. Ha! How ludicrous! You think your outrageous rhetoric will acquit him of having to compensate me? If you don't like it, there are other theories as well. That this Dromus wasn't blessed at all, and is just unusually frail. Or the scar wasn't even made by that gentleman to begin with. I believe Lord Liluder is most aware of the truth. You are free to choose your explanation, no matter which one it may be. Fine, I'm not pursuing this matter today. Just don't let me catch that Outlander doing anything funny. This conflict was resolved way too quickly. The crowd is engrossed in gossipy discourse, some lauding the geezer's glibness, others sorry to see the drama end so soon. Mister, thank you so much. All right, you run along quickly. Don't give anyone else a reason to speak ill of you, even if you did nothing wrong. The flustered Outlander expresses profuse appreciation and disappears into the crowd. Don't be in such a hurry to leave, young friend. I still have something to say. So who are you exactly? My name is Socteres, the most witless geezer in Akama, and a most devoted seeker of knowledge. Your support for the Outlander left a deep impression on me. Kind souls are rare in most cities. I merely did what I had to do. You flatter me. It looks like you're a habitual altruist. Why did I say it like that? I believe it necessary for us to have a deeper conversation. This former Eternal City has always been generous in opening its doors to outsiders, but as the black tide encroaches, the goodwill in people's hearts may slowly give way to misgivings. It is a long story. We should look for a place to speak about this more comfortably. How about Marmorial Palace's baths? I am a privileged patron there. If you don't mind, I'll go run a bath first. You can take a look around. The citizens are still mulling over what just happened. You might hear something of interest. Alright. Well, optional, you say? Obviously, I'm gonna do it. Why did this matter have a happy ending? Who will fill up the hole of boredom within me now? Who said it isn't? You've been troubled by Outlanders too? Some of them really test the law's patience here. Take me, for example. I have a bakery. It doesn't earn much most days, but I can make ends meet. It started about 2 weeks ago. There would be Outlanders standing by the entrance when I closed up, hoping that I would offer any unsold bread to them. I didn't think much of it at first, but the people who could afford them caught wind of this and also came by to take advantage of my kindness. Everyone ended up wanting free bread, and my business suffered. Doesn't sound like the Outlanders were at fault. Just set a boundary. Are they not? If they hadn't started the trend, Akamans wouldn't have learned to be so greedy. Outrageous. Can't these guys just find a job and pay for their own bread? I don't like you. What are these Outlanders doing being so hardworking? They're even willing to work for the Dromuses free of charge. Meanwhile, that guy was complaining about them being too lazy. Yeah, that tracks. Being hardworking is a bad thing? It may be a virtue to citizens, but with the Outlanders showing up, it spelled nothing but trouble. There weren't many Outlanders who came to the Holy City in the past, so the Council of Elders agreed to let them enter in batches. But who would have thought that these ruffians were so exceptional? They had only 2 conditions while looking for a job: food and lodging. You didn't even have to pay for their work. No business owner in their right mind would want to hire any locals with such affordable staff. I can't work for no pay. Well, the fault isn't with them. It's with the greedy-ass employers. Why don't you create a new stall? Easier said than done. The market's only so big. How many more stalls can it hold? Anyway, the Council of Elders is already discussing the Outlander problem. We can wait for official word before acting. Oh? Are you here to eat dirt? Why not try a bit of butterfly? Mud tastes bitter, but I am sweet. Eating sweet things is good for your health. That old man sure has a silver tongue. It's not the first time Liluder has tried to make things difficult for Outlanders. Well, that backfired on him this time. When the next drawing of lots ends, he'll probably still be struggling for a while. That'll be a funny sight to see then. Drawing lots? What lots? To enter the city. The Holy City has taken in many people, and accommodation and other resources are limited, especially after Nikador's attack. We can't turn them away, of course, so if the Outlanders wish to enter the city, they'll have to draw lots to qualify. But Lady Treeby brought back a group of Yanis priests some days ago, and they didn't have to draw lots to enter the city. Talented individuals are a precious commodity in times of need. The situation in the city is complicated. Everyone seems to have their fair share of arguments. The citizens are locked in their bickering, and the Council of Elders will likely reserve judgment for now. A word of advice: learning to think for yourself is essential, just like me. That is true. I could just teleport, but I want to try to learn the layout of the city if I can. Learn how to get places from other places. So we're going around on foot as much as we can. Also, I want to, explore and find things.
There seems to be a new show at the bats today.
Whee! That is never gonna stop being really cool, I think. Just having the waterfalls part for you. Although if you look at it, it's not actually parting. It just kinda vanishes around you as you go through. Like you have a force field around you or something.
I want to have a water fight.
The bath pool is huge. Where is that old man's bath?
Grand bath.
It's you, young friend. Come on down, the water's just right. Sure, then I'll gladly accept it. Sure. You enter the bath. As he said, the temperature is just right. Where should I begin? How about we start with you? I hear that Nikador's brethren were running rampant in the city when you first arrived in Akama. I clicked slightly too soon. Before that attack happened, an occasional outlander seeking refuge would come here for shelter. Their cities had been razed to the ground, and they could not survive long in the wasteland. And now the number of refugees seeking protection in the Holy City is rising, because you defeated Nikador and made the journey to Akama that much safer. We'll just stay quiet. Resources during disasters are scarce, and Akama can't take in too many outlanders. Welcoming everyone will only plunge the city into chaos. Right now, most of these outlanders have been situated in a shelter far away from the city walls. The conditions are much better than the wastelands, with the city guards protecting the place, but it will never grant them a sense of security akin to their homes. So the Council of Elders came up with a temporary solution to allow only a small number of outlanders into the city, decided by drawing lots. This method may be unfair to those who object, because the Council has rigged the process to select the useful ones. Strong men who have mastery over special skills and proficiency in heavy labor stand the highest chances, while old folk with children in tow the lowest, even if they require more assistance. Sounds hardly fair. Alas, there is no evidence to prove that this sorting really exists. Even the citizens think that this is the authority of the host city. We have the right to decide who we help. Akama's resources are limited, but there is enough to aid most of the outlanders. The real question is, are we willing to pay the price? If a group of strangers was starving at the gates, and they could live with a mouthful of food, Akama would be more than capable of saving them, but you and I would have one fewer bite. One fewer bite of an apple, for example. I like apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Then, are you willing to relinquish an apple on your table in exchange for a stranger's survival? I'd be willing to forego any number of apples to save a life. Ah, a most noble answer. I knew you possessed a precious, kind soul. But we cannot force all the citizens to make the same choice. The answers to this question incurred further discord. The city's people are locked in verbal conflict to this day. How I see it, at least, is that Akama should be tolerant. Even if we can't save everyone, we should embrace kindness and provide resources for others to live on. Because the true resource is people. A city without her people is like a vessel without fine brew, unable to stand steadfast in violent gales. I agree fully with your perspective. Who knows? I fear only Orynyx's miracle may be able to give an answer. During your loud discourse, a youngster has surreptitiously coming over here. Master, what are you doing here? I had such a hard time finding you. I have news for you. Oh, it's you, Paladin. I will have the good news first. Unfortunately, I have only bad tidings. An outlander group arrived at the city gates not long ago. They did not attempt to enter the city. Their course set directly for the Abyss of Fate instead. Their circumstances are unknown right now. Socteres is silent for a moment, as if contemplating a conundrum that his student threw his way. The Abyss of Fate. Isn't it extremely dangerous there? Why did they not head for the Council of Elders' shelter? I don't know. Perhaps they have a conflict of faith with Akama, like that priest of Noldus. Good thing you're here, my friend. How about we survey the situation personally? Might I trouble you to come with us? Happy to help. You are most forthright. I must treat you to a meal when we return to Akama. I'm ready, Master. Let us set off. Alright. To the Abyss of Fate. Master, look! Those things. Though expected, the Mad King's kin are admittedly resilient. Paladin, you stay in a safe place. Young friend, I'll be counting on you to watch my back. Ooh, that line's got me all fired up. Master, you knew martial arts all along? No, I simply seized the chance to rally these refugees so they would keep calm. Ah! Get away from me, monsters! Now! These guys are gonna be out before you even know it. You all hurry to the temple. It's safe there. Follow me.
It's bleeding.
Wanted to doubt farewell.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Master, these people, they're not doing well. Some were already injured before we got here. Indeed. And from the looks of them, they haven't had a proper meal for a while. Who's in charge here? Here. A woman holding a child emerges from the crowd. Thank you all so much, especially this gray-haired hero. How can we ever repay you? That can wait. Why didn't you go to the Holy City's designated shelter? There are sentries garrisoned there. It's much safer than here. Shelter, guards. I overheard the guards before talking about some Dromus workshop incident, drawing lots, resource allocation, and whatnot, so I didn't dare ask them to clarify. I think the burden on the Holy City is already heavy enough. Even if we beg the guards to let us in, it would only add to their troubles, and in the end it would just lead to an unpleasant situation. If that's the case, we might as well look for a nearby place to rest our feet, to see if we could fend for ourselves. But who would have thought? Mama, will we die? Oh, no, baby. It won't happen as long as Mama is around. But Uncle Anthony and Sister Aisha, they really look like they're gonna die. My tummy is hungry too. Didn't you say that we'd have something to eat once we got to the Holy City? Mama, when will we get there? I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry. The woman crouches and holds her child tight, tears silently streaming down the corners of her eyes. Socteres softly clears his throat and pulls you to the side. Anyone who just suffered so much hardship would find it difficult to keep their emotions in check. Best give that mother and child some space. The Outlander's situation is much worse than I imagined. If we keep turning a blind eye, they will at best survive for a week. That is, if they aren't attacked by wild beasts first. Such is the tragedy of life. How can we help them? It would be hard to bring them directly into the city, so we can only provide supplies for them. And I have an idea about that. The Holy City's shelter is only a half-day trek away from the city walls. There are guards there, so it'll be safer. It's just that the way these refugees are now, getting there would be difficult. They haven't much food to begin with, and that last attack has left them in urgent need of emergency medical supplies. We can provide them with these two for now. When their wounded are healed, we can escort them to the shelter. But, teacher, all medicine is now considered wartime supplies in Akama. Distribution is under strict control. Most people won't even be able to buy any. I know. I will think of a way, at least to guarantee their survival. The good news is, food isn't strictly regulated. You can easily get enough food to feed these people for a week at the Memorial Market. So I suggest we split up. Paladin and I will secure the medicine, while our young friend buys some food back, after which we will reconvene here. Hey, do I really need to come along? I was thinking of doing the procurement with this gray-haired hero. I need a helper. Remember my instructions last month? I'm getting old, and there are many things that I need help for. If there comes a day when I haven't the strength to walk a step farther, you'll have to take my mantle and carry on guiding the people of Akama. As you wish, teacher. Well then, before we set out, is there anything our young friend wants to say? Leave it to me. Thank you, young friend. I really appreciate you accompanying me on my errands. When this is all over, I'll have to thank you in earnest. Didn't you say you were going to treat her to a meal? Don't forget my share. Then we'll meet later, gray-haired hero. Alright, let's go get those supplies. Let's go get that food. There are many food stalls here, varying in price and quality. Which one to choose?
Like a thorned rose.
What would you like to eat? Local specialties? Or perhaps something more outlandish that has been lost to time? I would like a crate of food, please. A crate of food? That means I'll just have to flaunt my reserve stock, then. Don't worry, the food here is Akama's finest. Even if it's not, it's still pretty up there. Kairos waves his hand, and from the room, his helpers carry several ceramic vases containing food. It is, as he said, they look delicious. Lush fruit and vegetables in a platter, aromatic soup fresh from the oven, fine brew emanating intoxicating fragrance. Each and every item is world-class and made with culinary intricacy. But how good is that gonna be as, like, food supplies? What do you think? I told you I'd give you Akama's finest. Of course, they cost quite a bit. 8,000 balance coins. How much is that in credits? This shop's quality is top-notch, and its price reflects that. If I want to give the Outlanders something sumptuous, this would be a fine choice. Let's look around some more. Because if we're talking supplies for a long period of time, and we need to transport them, then, I don't know how good of a choice fresh fruits and vegetables and hot soups are. We meet again, my adorable friend. Who? Any fruit you want to eat? I want a crate of food. Not fruit and vegetables, but food? You sure know how to create a quandary in me, little friend. But this won't vex me at all. Just wait a while. Demetria laughs as she enters the house. When she returns, several large baskets are hanging off her arms. They're so big, you wonder how she's even carrying them. Besides fruit and vegetables, there are also meats and breads in the baskets. As for their quality, you can only vouch for their mediocrity. After parading them in front of you, Demetria sets the baskets back behind the counter. She's probably tired from having to carry them. What about it, little one? If you wish, I'll sell them to you for 4,000 balance coins. This shop's price and quality are acceptable. If I want a middling option, this is probably it. Let me look around some more. No worries, take all the time you need. Cunning merchant. This shopkeeper appears to have popped up overnight, since you don't remember seeing her at the market. Oh, welcome to Vivia's little shop. It's a great honor for a hero such as you to be gracing my humble store. Hi, I would like a crate of food, please. Food? Of course. I'll have only my most premium goods brought out to you. The shopkeeper drags out a dusty wooden crate from a corner and opens a corner. Shriveled vegetables, strange meats, bread hard as steel. All signs indicate that this crate of food is obviously inferior beyond all atrocity. Before you even get a glance at the intricacies, she drags the crate back to its corner and covers it with a cloth. How's about it? They just arrived yesterday, fresh as it gets. This is your most premium produce? This crate doesn't cost much, only 2,000 balance coins. There's no way you're losing out on this deal. How's about it? Want it? Cough up the coin then. It is very cheap, but its quality remains suspect. It is a decent option if I intend to use substandard food to get these outlanders off my back. Forget that, it won't make a difference. It's your call. You know what? We'll spring for the expensive stuff. Give them a treat. After browsing the various shops, you must have realized that my words ring true. No? I'll take it. Let's see. This is the right amount. Hold on, I'll help you pack the food. Yes, if you don't mind me asking, why are you buying so much food? To feed a group of dying outlanders. Outlanders, eh? How do I put this? This food is quite valuable, and I hope that their taste will be fully savored. You get my drift? Isn't food for people to eat? No. If they don't lay back in chairs and eat the meal in order, the food's flavor will go to absolute waste. Ugh. Fucking jerk. Mama, when will we reach the holy city? I want to eat baked apple pie. Soon. We're almost there. The holy city is here. Huh? You mean... You hand over the ceramic vases. The food in them is exquisite. Blah, blah, blah. This... such a bountiful spread. Is this really for us? I'm not dreaming, am I? Mama, apple pie! It's the baked apple pie that I want! Silly child, there's plenty of food more delicious than baked apple pie in here. Why fuss over a pie? Thank you. You are our hero and savior. I'll give them out to our companions right now. We will definitely repay this favor. Though we have no money now, but if you ever have need of us, just give us the word, and we will be more than happy to help. Darling, say thank you to this kind lady. Thank you, kind lady. The girl grabs the biggest and freshest apple in one of the vases and thrusts it into your hands with a smile. Miss, you should have the biggest one. If you don't mind, how about having a meal with us? While everyone revels in their joy, a figure hurriedly rushes over. The mother and child tactfully excuse themselves. Grave news, hero! Master, is he in trouble? Alright, I'm calm. You have to listen carefully. In the beginning, Master said he had a way to get the medicine, but I had to be the one to transport it out of the city. He directed me to an alley and told me to return to take the medicine from him when a quint had passed. There was still some time, so I decided to find something to eat, but when I was done, it was almost action hour. I dashed out of the shop and headed toward the alley. I didn't get far before I saw Master walking with 3 guards. He wasn't cuffed, but I knew from his expression that he wasn't with them out of choice. I tailed the guards and found that they had detained Master on the upper levels of Marmorial Palace. There were a lot of people there, and I couldn't get close, so I hurried back to discuss a plan with you. Oh yes, I did find the medicine in that alley after all that. It was a curious turn of events. You ever thought about how the medicine got there? Master bade me retrieve the medicine from the alley, and then he was arrested by them. Don't tell me. No, there must be some misunderstanding here. You're the hero who fought alongside the HSRs. Please, you have to explain Master's case to them. I'm sure the guards will listen. With that said, Peloton takes out the medicine pouch and runs in. Socrates has been captured. A misunderstanding's not beyond possibility, but it'd be better if I asked him in person. Peloton said he's being detained on the upper floors of Marmoreal Palace, so he shouldn't be hard to find. I mean, sounds to me like he was, like he got himself caught on purpose as a distraction.
This haven of memories.
So that the medicine could
Every
get
touch,
to them
every moment is like a thorned rose.
without any issues. Oh, little guy. Little guys. Hold it. What are you doing? Is Socrates here? It's the Outlander hero who fought alongside the two HSRs. My apologies. I can bend the rules for a short visit for an esteemed guest. I will inform you when time's up. Alright, fair enough. This room's layout is quite cozy. There are no bars nor restraining devices. A modicum of respect has been left for whoever gets detained here. You're here, young friend. Socrates' eyes are somewhat avoidant, as if he is reluctant to have you see him in this state. Paladin said you were caught by the guards. He wasn't lying. As for the reason I was caught, even if I said nothing, I'm sure you can guess the gist of it. To help the Outlanders secure medicine, I slipped into the Holy City's supply warehouse. It is theft. I understand very well that I was committing a crime. As for how it ended, it was simply my just deserts. As to whether it was worth it, my only regret is that I didn't manage to transport more medicine out of the city into the hands of those who need it. I'm sorry for disappointing you. I may have to renege on that promise to treat you to a meal. There must have been a better way. Of course, as an onlooker, we can always find myriad reasons to convince ourselves that a better idea would surface if we had just waited a while longer. But those who need help can't wait, and neither could I. I am an old man. I don't have the luxury of time nor patience. Was there a need to go this far? You're not the only one with this question. As a citizen, why did I risk everything to help a bunch of strangers? Because I, too, hope that in my time of need, someone will lend me a hand. A sage once said, if you want someone to be kind to you, you must first be kind to others. I think this is most appropriate here. Of course, there are always people who think they'll never find themselves in hardship, except who can ensure that Akima's city walls will stand tall forever? What are you gonna do now? According to the Holy City's laws, they will make me stand trial. There's a high chance they won't be lenient. The price must be paid for doing the right thing, even more so for an ambiguously moral act like mine conducted to sate my own savior complex. I am fully ready to accept its consequences. Before the final moment arrives, my only wish is to eat another apple. An apple? Yes, apples are my favorite food. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. 'Tis a pity we didn't get to know each other better. Otherwise, I would surely discuss the wonderful flavor of apples with you, along with many other matters. That reminds me, the girl in the abyss gave me an apple. Should I give it to him? Absolutely! Oh, you actually have an apple on you. This is one of the 10 essential idiosyncrasies among sages. You learn fast. Thank you. I will have no regrets now. Socrates gleefully crunches down on the apple when he's halfway through eating. Guard comes. Visiting time is over. Outlander hero, it is time to leave. What fate is in store for him? It is not up to me to decide. The public court will handle him. According to Socrates, he trespassed on the Holy City's warehouse, all to help a group of wounded outlanders. We have already dispatched people to investigate. This may affect his sentencing. The trial will be held at the Kefali Plaza in 3 days. We also invite you to attend, to witness the justice of the Holy City's law. 3 days later, Kefali Plaza. I have a lot of respect for this man. All right, fellow citizens, order. I am Elder Etro from Dawn Cloud, priest of Talenton. I am presiding over this trial representing the will of the Council of Elders. The reason we are gathered here today is that the dearly respected public speaker, Socrates, trespassed on the Holy City's warehouse and committed theft. According to law, theft is a crime punishable by imprisonment. But in light of the motive of this case, it cannot be so easily judged based on precedent. And so, as per the tradition that we uphold, we have opened up the public court for everyone present to be judge. May Talenton's justice be with us. The citizens' applause rise in a crescendo in response to this opening, till the elder gestures for the clapping to cease. The controversy in this case lies in the fact that Socrates risked his own well-being to help a group of wounded outlanders. However, is this enough reason for his sentence to be reduced, or even acquitted? To my right is the prosecution's representative and owner of the warehouse, the wealthy Liluder. He believes that the punishment should be harsh, to prevent future supplies from leaving the city. To my left is the defendant's representative and student of the accused, Scholar Palatin. He believes that the sentence should be light, considering the actions of the accused did indeed save many lives. Both parties have submitted their documents. Before the trial starts, do any citizens present have any questions? As the sinner, I request to say a few words to everyone present. Hey, old fart, you were caught red-handed, and you're still trying to charm your way out of this. Liluder, Socrates has the right to speak. Thank you, Elder Etro. Socrates clears his throat, his eyes mirroring a dramas ensnared in swampy mud. When such a creature is on the verge of death, its eyes are not one of wrath, but wet with tears. In the Golden Age long past, we were once divided as city-states, separate from each other, from one another. In the Warring Age, not so long past, we once again divided ourselves as city-states, which became the reason for our battles. I'm sure everyone is very familiar with this stretch of history. But the Black Tide does not discriminate between cities. In its eyes, we are all humans, insignificant existences. In the present day, there are no other cities left. Their names, that which we are oh so familiar, scattered to the winds. Which is why, in reality, Outlanders don't exist. Which city do they hail from? The question posed before us is merely about whether we want to help a group of people who need it. As for my crime, precious time need not be spent on it. I can accept the punishment, but I only hope that everyone will take this chance to discuss the current question with clarity. What stance exactly does the Holy City take with the underprivileged? Where exactly are we leading this eternal city? That's all. I thank Elder Etro again for this case, for this chance. Now then, before the trial starts, do any citizens present have any questions? I am curious. How does our gray-haired guest view this situation? As the hero who fought alongside the Chrysos heirs, your thoughts may be of crucial import. During the turmoil that occurred in the Dromus workshop, I chose to support the Outlander and thus gain Socrates' appreciation. Later, Socrates invited me to discuss this. I professed my sympathies toward the Outlanders at the bath in the Marmoreal Palace. After that, we once again met in the abyss, the outsiders who needed aid. There, I bought the Outlanders some luxurious meals. From what I did, I think my standpoint is pretty obvious. You raise your head, meeting Socrates' gaze of respite, as if saying, "Young friend, stay true to your heart." Support Scholar Paladin's defense. I support Scholar Paladin's point. Mistakes incurred from saving lives should not be solely judged as a crime. I once saw those Outlanders with my own eyes, and they were indeed in dire danger. If not for Socrates securing medicine for them, the consequences would have been unimaginable. In light of this reason, I believe that he is not guilty. I don't know if we should go that far. I mean, he did steal. But, like, we'll play it a little bit safe. We'll say the sentencing should be reduced. Huh, Master wasn't wrong about you at all. Gray hair, you're supposed to be an Outlander hero who must have something grandiose to say before the people. I never figured you for a jabbering troublemaker. Oh, then you don't know me. Representative Liluder, if you have any objections, please respond to her without contempt. Huh, as everyone knows, theft is a crime, let alone selling regulated goods to Outlanders. Who said they sold them? How can this be considered a benevolent act? There should be another charge slapped on top of his crime. If it were up to me, I would have Socrates executed. That'll set an example for other potential criminals. Liluder, this is not a place to pursue personal vengeance. Everyone knows you've always hated Master, all because he thwarted your petty attempt to frame the Outlanders. I only have Akima's interests at heart. Otherwise, by the next entry hour, the Holy City's warehouse would have been plundered clean. So many people present. Maybe I should try to appeal to the public's emotions. He should be executed just because you say so? You speak of execution, but have you asked for the Elder's opinion yet? If you had the final say on this trial's outcome, why would we even need to stand here in front of a public court? Might as well call it a day. According to the Holy City's laws, the heaviest punishment for theft is imprisonment, not execution. I have no intention of defying the Elder and the law. I'll take a step back and assert this. If Socrates was really overcome with compassion, unwilling to further witness the Outlander's plight, why did he not use his own assets? Even if he donated his entire fortune, that would be his personal freedom to do so. But he should not have taken property that belongs to the people. Akima's property is only for the people of Akima. And how much have you contributed to Akima? In the last battle of the Holy City's defense, what contributions did you make for Akima as an Akiman? Forget about personal deployment. Did you offer resources to help rebuild in the aftermath? Did you hold true to your previous declaration that Akima's property is only for Akimans? You, stop your slander. You're the one doing slander. As a local affluent, Liluder perfectly embodies the stereotypical unscrupulous rich person. Greedy, pompous, miserly. Recalling Liluder's usual behavior, the spectators start berating him till the Elder calls for order. Discussion about the case should not give rise to personal attacks. I will ask both parties to present their arguments in a more cordial manner. Everyone knows the Holy City's resources are limited, that they can't be expended unnecessarily. Socrates gave our wealth to Outlanders. That will surely impact the living standards of our citizens. In the war against the Black Tide, mercy is a useless quality. To safeguard our lives, we must not show mercy to Socteres and his outlander friends. Do not mistake the enemy's identity. No, that's not what I meant. So you mean that outlanders are enemies too? I mean, this is what I meant. I thought it would go better than this. We should be united with them against external threats, to fend off the Black Tide together. The outlanders did not attack the city, but they also did not partake in its defense. Akima survived because of her citizens. No outlander should deserve to reap her blessings. Upon hearing that they might be taken advantage of by outsiders, the present crowd gets riled up. They hoot and holler in support of Leluder, oblivious to the fact that they might just be the ones reaping said blessings. God damn it. Well, I still won. As the final syllable drops, Elder Etro stretches out his hand and halts Leluder's subsequent elaboration. The citizens recall the exchange that just happened, fervor still pulsing through them. Before realizing it, you've replaced Paladin as the defense attorney and garnered more support. Well, the discussion has concluded. Everyone, please cast your vote. Before we conclude, may I add a few words? Aglaya? Aglaya? Hello, Elder Etro. I think I'm not too late. Aglaya's appearance spurs the spectators once more. A few civil cases can catch the attention of the Chrysos heirs. Everyone's earlier discussions have been conveyed to me through golden threads riding the winds. At such a critical time, instead of arguing over whether the holes in a garment are right or wrong, perhaps we should consider how we should mend them instead. Failing to punish Socteres, it will be unjust to the people and the law. But if the punishment is too harsh, it will cause the Holy City to be seen as cold and tyrannical. Therefore, to strike a fair balance between the two, the best choice is... assign him community service? Our honored guest has offered some good ideas. Following her thoughts, I would like to offer a compromise to the citizens. Socteres shall be exempt from imprisonment. As an alternative, he will be assigned to work at a refuge shelter as a form of exile. Additionally, he will have to personally bear the cost of replenishing the medical supplies. To some citizens, such punishment might be more daunting than spending time in prison, so there's no need to worry about others following suit. This is all I have to add. Everyone, please begin voting. Please hold. Lady Aglaya, I still have a question. How do you intend to deal with that bunch of outlanders? A faint smile crosses Aglaya's face, as if she has been anticipating this question all along. The fate of the outlanders does not lie with me, nor the Council of Elders, but with the citizens. If you support them, offer a helping hand. If you oppose them, speak directly. Even if you are not connected by golden threads, expressing one's mind shouldn't be too hard. Just like this old one. His stance is clear. His actions have indeed made an impact. Some have benefited, while others have faced punishment. If every citizen was like him, with the clash of wisdom and will, a clear path would emerge. Now it's time to declare your stance. Please continue, Elder Etro. Then, citizens, please raise your hand to vote. Finally, 60% of the votes support Socteres' exile. The guards escort the old man away. Both he and his student quickly pack up their belongings and leave the holy city. The citizens at the plaza start to scatter, with people digesting what just happened. In what direction should this city head towards? No one seems to have the answer. But at the very least, it heads towards tomorrow. Dude, that was a baller quest, what the heck? I heard your entire speech, honored guest. Perhaps you're more suited to be in the debate arena than I imagined. But participating in such a debate has its risks. Public opinion is like an open flame. No one can predict where it will be directed. What happened to the Outlanders at the Abyss? The guards of the Holy City escorted all the Outlanders who could be found. Of course, they were not brought within the city walls, but to the shelter. This is the greatest mercy I can offer. What's your view on the Outlander situation? Oh, I thought I expressed it quite clearly in court, though some words cannot be exposed to the light of day. The resources of the Holy City are limited. This truth cannot be changed by our attitudes. Akama can't help everyone. As long as the threat of the Black Tide exists for another day, this tragedy will not cease. Hence, we have to hunt down all the core flames. Let's chat next time. Indeed, honored guest, we still have much to do. Farewell. Who is up on the roof over there? Is that?
There seems to be a new show.
Is that? That is Mighty. What is he doing up there? How do you even get up there? And there's something to pick up there, too. Okay, took a little break, gave my throat a little bit of a rest, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit more before we wrap this video up. Let's see what Treeby has to say. Little Gray, are you free right now? Yep, on my way. How did you know I'm about to grow mold from boredom? Just send me a word, I'll teleport over there immediately. No rush, just a little favor we'd like to ask. When we woke up today, our favorite book was gone. We couldn't find it anywhere. Tran is about to cry. Tran did not. Oh me, oh my. At this point, we'll have to find a diviner to help. Aren't you girls diviners? I thought you know how to do that. It's not the same. Different fate titans bring different prophecies. There's a super duper mega ultra powerful designer in Akama called Pasithea. Allegedly, she can tell the future just by dreaming. However, due to some past circumstances, it's not advisable that we meet her. So, Little Gray, please, please, please. All three of us said please, so you must go, okay? Okay, we'll go. What's with the, what's the circumstances that make it not advisable for you to see her? Okay, not here. No, wait. This way? We'll figure it out. This way. Ooh. Okay, that's fixed. Aha. This should be the place that Treeby said, but you don't even glimpse a hair of that great soothsayer. You Akamans are so slothful. Has Kefali never taught you the virtue of punctuality in your labors? According to the School of Relative Cognition's first law of waiting, when you wait without purpose, the relative time your brain experiences will experience a state of exponential increase. You decide to give your brain some exercise and pass the time. You remember who we're looking for? Pasithea. Nice answer. You managed to get yourself all dizzy. According to the second law of waiting, your perception of time will be accelerated to 99% the speed of light. Of course, the above was all made up by the School of Relative Cognition. Narrator, that's not funny at all. Rather than waiting around, why not catch the early worm? Ask around for Pasithia's sightings. Hello? Outlander friend, I see you've been waiting long. You must be seeking a prophecy from the Oracle Dream Mother? Do you know where she has gone? Don't panic. Please allow us a fragment of your time to introduce Pasithea, our prophet. None knows of her past. She emerged from the ruins of Yanissopolis, leading refugees across the Black Tide. She foresaw the trails of the future in her dreams, and handpicked those summoned by destiny, bestowing prophecies upon them to guide the lost through the fog. We even once suspected her to be one of the Chrysos heirs because of her blind eyes. Either that or one of Orynyx's kin. You sound a lot like a drama troupe. Anyway, she's a good person. If she didn't remind me to return home earlier, my daughter would have been summoned to Thanatos' kingdom by the fire. She even had an old person go to Akima's city gates on the first day of the month of cultivation. There, he found the two brothers he thought he lost during the war. Have you even seen her before? Nope. Damn, okay. What about you guys? What do you have to say about her over here? Scornful citizen. Another fool misled by that charlatan. Before you get scammed upside down by her, a word of advice. Wash your face and clear your mind. Have you seen her before? It'll be too late if you want to meet Pasithea. When I arrived, I happened to witness the city guards escorting that scoundrel away. So many years, and someone smart finally saw through her tricks. Why couldn't I be the one who thwarted her? Before Yanissopolis was destroyed, the priests of the Temple of the Three Fates frequently concocted prophecies, colluding with those scummy politicians. They would even distort Orynyx's prophecies for their own gains. It's just people who never experienced those times would believe foretellings of a blind from dubious origins. The ranting man details the various crimes of past priests, sometimes in anger, sometimes in tears. You'd better leave before he gets hysterical. Better go look for the city guards who detained Pasithea and ask about the situation. There's a city guard nearby that seems free. Maybe he'll know something. Isn't this Lady Aglaya's guest? What matter of business do you have here? I'm looking for Pasithea. If you're looking for Lady Pasithea, she has left. Judging by her troubled look, it's likely caused by that dream. It's also our fault, as we often trouble her to assist us for our work, yet we can hardly help her when it comes to her work. Yanissopolis' ghost. It would be great if we can catch it. Oh, I'm familiar. Are we going ghost busting? Please don't tease us. I'm not! Speaking of this ghost, you could say it and I are old acquaintances. When the Black Tide descended, my father took me and escaped, but the danger was greater than we could ever imagine. The people with us disappeared one by one in the darkness. Hunger and fear gradually turned into despair. But then, Orynyx's Titankin appeared in front of us. It said, within the dilapidated Temple of the Three Fates, there's a prophet named Pasithea waiting for us. She will bring forth the prophecy from the Fate Titans, leading us to Akima. Whatever happened next was exactly what the Titankin said. We found her among the ruins, and she saved us with her prophecy. Isn't this a really positive vibe? If things just ended there, it would have been fine. But since then, Pasithea often hears its voice in her dreams. Year after year, it's like a ghost haunting her. We've also tried returning to the Abyss of Fate, looking for that Titankin, but it was all in vain. There may be another hidden reason. After arriving at Akima, Lady Pasithea quickly integrated herself. She offers her help to the chosen by destiny, or to those chosen by destiny, and routinely bestows her prophecies on us, just like today. Citizens that were attacked by monsters, lost refugees. So far, many have been saved by her prophecies. Even if those who slander her and call her a liar because they weren't chosen, she just laughs it off. If only I can share some of her burdens. Let's stop the chit-chat here. If you're here seeking a prophecy, it's better to do it some other day. It's probably a sign as well that you're not being able to meet her. According to the city guard, Destiny has already decided you will not meet Pasithea. However, you can choose a more unconventional method. For example, letting a fellow companion delve into her memories. Oh, ma'am! Though it's not polite to snoop into others' past, but if you think about it, you've done plenty of that too. Besides, if you want to locate Pasithea, this is the only way left. Help me, Superman! Ugh, I really want to ignore you. I've heard most of the details. Since you asked me with such sincerity, I shall help you mercifully. Mem has a serious expression, with a gaze that seems to penetrate into the past. But from your perspective, it looks like it's just floating about. What a sad expression. What's in her hand? A diary? Do I need to take a look at what's written inside? Yeah, take a good look. Remember, doing this is not of Mem's own will, but by you forcing Mem's hands. What messy handwriting! Yet another voice disappeared, and I still remember. Pasithea, you're the most despicable liar. It's you who fabricated the prophecy, and everyone perished because of you. The writing on this page is practically swirling in circles. I'm so dizzy. Everything that's happening is Oryx's punishment for me. I betrayed them, and I deserve this. Veil of Evernight, these blind eyes can no longer get a glimpse of your... She's writing with such force that she's almost piercing through the paper. I've given up. From the beginning till the end, I've never been able to break free from the shackles of fate. If there's a way to break free of it, I can only think of one. Oh shoot, something huge is happening! What did she write? Death! I will return to the embrace of Thanatos! We have to find her quickly! Uh-oh. A dangerous place. A place hidden from everyone else. Where is it? Oh shit, oh shit. I know! An elevated place! A place near the skies!
Does it really work?
You made it! Panting heavily, you stop in front of Pasithea with only one thought echoing in your blank mind. Let me catch my breath. Don't rush, my friend. I am not Nestia's butterfly. I will not flit away before your eyes. Before you start, let me guess your identity. You're the honored guest of the Chrysos heirs who was causing such a commotion at Akima just a few days back, right? Your foresight is amazing. I remember every voice in this city. Naturally, I can differentiate from the new voices. That was a close one. Trailblazer, oh Trailblazer, have you forgotten the important mission you carry? Your brain runs at full capacity, thinking of ways to stop her from jumping down. Life is still pretty good. Yes, even if the Evernight covers my eyes, I can still hear its murmur from here. Or I still can hear its murmurs from here, even if Oryx is far away. Or is afar. Jeez. The weather today is great. As you said, although I am unable to get a glimpse of the dawn device that Kefali is carrying, the warmth of its light still brings me joy. When I sleep at night, I kick away my blanket. Really? This is not a good habit. May Orynyx bestow its blessings upon you, and bless you with blissful sleep. Pasithea wears a serene smile on her face, but you knew it was just a sign of numbness. Please don't do anything rash. Huh? I was just taking a stroll. Unless, judging by your urgent tone, you're here because of this? But I don't think I've done anything for anyone to misunderstand. I heard you dreamed of ghosts. Thank you for your concern, but this doesn't seem to be related to the conclusion you've drawn. Someone said you're a liar? Same thing. Alright, we'll tell her the truth. You tell Pasithea everything you've seen along the way, including collaborating with Mem to sneak a glance at the diary. Only, her reaction is entirely different from what you expected. You're saying that Mem can access my memories? Oh, sorry, allow me to collect myself. The situation with the diary, I can't really explain clearly now, but I hope you can call upon that friend you call Mem to help me find someone. That spirit, that's Orynyx's kin. That ghost? The slumbering Orynyx often conceals fate within their murmurs. The murmurs traverse the celestial veil and become sounds beyond the reach of ordinary people. I can hear their murmurs and glean prophecies from them. Yet for many years, my dreams have always been plagued with another noise. Although it's very muffled, 2 words are clearer than anything else. Pasithea, liar. Orynyx, are they angry over my betrayal, hence their meeting of such punishment? If that's the case, why did they send their kin to guide others to save me from the ruins? What is destiny? This question feels like a knife, gouging out my eyes and leaving them in the ruins. I can hear the whispers of the future in my dreams, yet my eyes can only gaze into the past. Everyone in the holy city takes care of me, yet their searches yield nothing. If it's you, perhaps Orynyx's blessing will lead you to it. It's all thanks to Mem. Orynyx's dream murmurs not only hold the fate of the future, but also memories of the past. As long as you can bring me the echoes from beyond the sky left behind at the abyss of fate, I will be able to find traces of its whereabouts and hear the truth from its mouth. Something from beyond the sky. Little Gray, did you find Pasithea? Of course. Have no fear when I'm on the job, but I'm currently dealing with something urgent. Give me some time and I'll get to the bottom of it when I'm back. Oh, we don't know what you're facing, but keep it up, Little Gray. Alright, to the Abyss of Fate. Whoa. To find Orynyx's echoes from beyond the sky in such a huge place, it feels a little vague. It's decided. Let's make do and use Orynyx's prophecy tablet. So coming over here. Oh, this is an area that we haven't been to before.
Stream 4.
Out of my way. I'll take that.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action. Stream 4. Gleam of old.
Out of there. Black tide corroded object. Oh. I gotcha. Ouch, that hurt. Darn it, how have I been buried again? Quick, dig me up and save me! How long does it stay up? Long enough for me to get to the other side. Alright. Let's see. Easy. Come on, I found the direction of the sound. Do you really think we can find the new maiden? Since the fall of Yanis, the Fate Titans have persistently answered our prayers with silence. This makes it hard for me not to believe that it's their punishment for humans who take the lives of their own kin. Prophecies are necessary. Once we lose the prophecies, Yanisopolis' position among the Alliance will be obliterated. By then, we'll just be a blade of grass among the Black Tide, merely trophies for the Nikador's legion, mounted on their shields and spears. If worst comes to worst, we can prop that girl up, like we always do. What the Alliance needs is just prophecies, not real prophecies. Everyone is well aware. As long as we have the maiden in the palm of our hand, like a bird in a cage, whatever the Fate Titans have truly foretold is left for us to interpret, isn't it? But my concern is, what if she also escapes? Then what? Or, in a moment of desperation, escapes into the hands of Thanatos? If you and I both keep quiet, who will know whether the maiden at the temple is the same person as before? Close your eyes and cast your soul into the Evernight Vale. Among the starry night, Orynyx, the wheel of time and destiny, they shall grind your pure soul. Uncle, if the wheel rolls over me, will I break? Just like my father? If I break, I will go to Thanatos. Does that mean I'll never be able to see Orynyx? It's just a chant. Be quiet and do as I say. Okay. Uncle, I'm afraid of pain. Can you get Orynyx to be faster? I'm afraid. The girl's waifish body quivers beneath the acolyte's gaze. She thinks of saying something, but she is still worried Orynyx might accidentally break her. A growl escapes her hungry stomach, swiftly cutting off the blasphemous thoughts. Sorry. Now take out the ceremonial herbs and don't put your hands in your mouth. You'll get poisoned. Do you still remember what I taught you? What's the next step to the tripartite ritual? Recite the Gate of Infinity, Talaton's Praise. Talaton's Praise. Nonsense! That's Yanis. Just a while ago, I met your husband, the warrior who always returned victorious. But now, even poverty shrouds a hero's family alongside Zagreus' mockery. Move. Parents lose their lives, driven into the river of souls by the ravages of war, while children are left bereft of family, entering eternal sleep amidst hunger and sickness. We are powerless in stopping the spread of the Black Tide. This failure lies with us, the ones in power. If she becomes the maiden, can I still see her? The dust of the secular world will taint the maiden's purity. The infamy that stained the previous maiden was thanks to her mother who deluded her into stealing away Yanis' core flame. That led to the present downfall of Yanisopolis. Huh? What if she doesn't succeed? I'm saying Pasithea is just a normal child you can pick off the street. Why would the gaze of Orynyx take pity on such a girl? Madam, how long can you keep raising her? The Black Tide swallows the lands of the Pillar of Stone as we speak. wheat fields are corroded and the soil is flooded. How will you withstand this famine? It won't be long till you all starve to death here. The priest suddenly raises his voice. Even Pasithea, who has been fretting over the ritual, can't help turning her head. Don't get distracted, Pasithea. Keep following the instructions of the acolyte. Now, you have the chance to change destiny. She will become a maiden who does not need to worry about food and shelter. As compensation, we will offer you, her mother, enough food to tide through this famine. Do what is good for you. Echoes from beyond the sky. So this is how it feels. Got it. Let's go. We have to find the next prophecy tablet. Okay. Back this way. This way. It's right ahead. I'm already hearing their voice. Trick snacks.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
The lifeblood of every Acheron main. Alright, let's see. Gonna do that. And then this. And this. And this.
Life is a puzzle in and of itself.
Sure enough, people really care about prophecies. Let's continue forward. New echoes from beyond the sky should be nearby. Really? That won't do. You're asking too much. We'll be exposed if we keep this up. I know the fervent ranks of those loose-tongued sophists swell by the day. So it is because of this that you want Orynyx to bestow a prophecy upon you? I hear that Nigador's legion is but fewer than 3 days away from your city. They won't buy any contrived prophecies of destiny. Huh, a mere year ago you were still strutting with pomp. I too know that the tables have turned. But since the gloves are off, don't blame me for spilling the entire truth. I have no authority to interfere with your actions, and you're not the first to do so. Go tell them whose pockets those riches line. They will never bring them fortune. Go tell them the Titans won't protect them, and the black tide will inevitably surge across the lands. Even if Orynyx remains silent, I will foretell your future. They will kill you. They will not believe. We'll see. One day the scales of justice will enact equal retribution unto each and every one of us. I hope so too, but Talenton is gone. The acolyte lethargically stares into the distance and sighs, as if what he once believed, deeply loved, had long since perished alongside the Titans that the temple once worshipped. If the Fate Titans could really peer into the future, would they have seen the black tide devour everything? Why do they not come and save us? Why do they not refuse the destiny that forces them to offer up the core flame? Or are they also powerless before destiny itself? Still nothing? What exactly are you good for as a holy maiden? But Orynyx. I know it's staying silent, but why do you think we brought you here? Prophecy! Prophecy! Without Orynyx's prophecy, you're nothing. I honestly don't know what fortune you stumbled onto that day to be able to receive their prophecy. I'm now thoroughly suspecting that it's all a trick by Zagreus for the maiden's title to be adorned on trash like you and make a mockery of us. You and that old woman are nothing but scheming liars. The girl's jaws are tightly clenched, tasting rust through gritted teeth. Such words are nothing but sheer insults to mother and daughter. No matter what, you will all say what you need to in order to mislead others. If that's the case, what use am I, even, as the maiden? You think we don't know that the common folk can't tell the difference between true and false prophecies? Wild prophecies will only invite catastrophe, repeating the mistakes of the Chrysos War. I know that you've always thought us a bunch of liars, using prophecies to control the fools outside the temple. But let me tell you, the ones who truly need prophecies are not us, but them. If I told them now that the prophecies don't exist, would they even have any hope of surviving the black tide? Ha! They would barge in and tear us to shreds and wait for Thanatos in despair. That damned destiny. Why did it only leave us with this worthless Orynyx? Everyone, the black tide is devouring the lands, and the Mad King's lance will be pointed at any city at any time. Even right here, the shadow of misfortune attempts to drag us towards annihilation. Listen to what it has said to you. It said that Orynyx refused to bestow a prophecy, and that the Titans never loved their subjects. Would you have succumbed to its trickery? Capture it! Flagellate it! Damnable liar! Lapdog of Zagreus! O priest, may Orynyx not castigate those kind souls deceived by trickery. Naturally, destiny will protect us. Orynyx's prophecy has been bestowed, from the words of the Titans, from untwistable and unwavering destiny. We will eventually triumph over death and strife. May the gods' gazes shine radiant over our glorious advance. Does everyone hear clear? Destiny! Grand destiny will protect us. Praise Orynyx! Praise Orynyx! The missing memory and sound are getting closer. They're right in front. It's hurting my ears. You should be more careful, too. Okay. Let's go this way. And I'll take that, and up through here. It's lots of chaotic echoes, like the sound of many people crying. Allow me to ascertain once again. The black tide will devour Yanissopolis. Did the prophecy really state this? After being silent for so many years, Orynyx responded to us just like that? This is the destiny in which we so devoutly believe? Are we supposed to watch helplessly as this city is offered to the savage Nikador? Have Pasithea plead with the three fates once more, proffer the most luxurious of sacrifice to the Titan. Mayhaps Orynyx will change their mind? Then they will rewrite our fate. That's right. The way they are now, they're just feverish with rage. It's nothing more than one of their tantrums to frighten us mortals. Well, say something. If I told you that the black tide will kill us all, and everyone will die, will you believe me? Of course not! After fighting the Calamity Titans for so many years, having to lie to those boorish common folk every day with a new tale, at least let them live on with their supposed honor. Now you're telling me that everything we did was for naught? If I told you now that the black tide will not breach us, that we will all live, will you believe me then? We simply do not wish to admit it ourselves. So many cities have been decimated by time. Now it is our turn. That prophecy, how do we... Just do what you usually do. Oh yes, don't be in a hurry to leave. We'll still attempt what you said, to have Pasithea try again, in hopes of destiny turning in our favor. It's getting more unsafe outside these days. The sounds outside the temple have been waning, and our offerings dwindle by the day. Most of these ritual herbs have withered and died. Were they brought from within the Black Tide? Yes, Your Highness. It is said that we lost many a good man trying to flee the monsters spawned of the Black Tide. We couldn't even bring their bodies back home. But what other solutions do they have? All they have are the hopes of the temple's meager rewards to feed their families. The relatives of the dead. Note them down and double their remunerations. This is Orynyx's blessing unto them. I will pay for the portion that exceeds the allotted compensation. Also tell them, in the near future, the temple will have no need of tribute or herbs. We have little else to reward them with. If they wish to live, tell them to go to the holy city of Akama. My lord, you mean... I've already said what has to be said. Some things should be left unspoken, as I am sure you understand. Understood. This is absolutely not the destruction preordained by prophecy. Just as we wretched folk are unable to sate the coffers of the titans we serve, we have merely been deceived by Zagreus and are simply fleeing to Akama. Very well. Send the herbs to the maiden. The ritual to Orynyx is about to start. Before I leave, forgive me for asking, can we truly not escape this fate? We can persuade these stubborn priests to plead for aid from Akama. If Yanisopolis is destined to fall, reinforcements will only cause more people to forsake their lives here. My lord, may the gods' gazes shine radiant on our glorious advance. You feel a wave of dizziness, as if Pasithia's emotions are penetrating time and memory, right into your mind. I've tried everything. I really have, but it's no use. Nothing will change. Black Tide. The Black Tide. I still see it surging towards us. Why does my destiny toy with us so? Orynyx, do you hate me that much? Nausea, vertigo, your senses start to drift and muddle from successive shocks. The future doesn't even exist. All I can see is a pitch-black world, ruin, death, the maddened titan, other fallen titans. If I can't change anything, why do you let me see these? Do you want even more people to wallow in despair like you? But why me? I haven't done anything. I just want... Someone is whispering in your ear. Danger. Stop. Is it Mem? You try to discern the voice, but an irresistible force is enticing you to close your eyes. Some memories exist in this world. Some of them are overly chaotic, even capable of reversely peering into the Watcher's consciousness. Unfortunately, your Memo Keeper friends haven't yet taught you that fact. Oh, but the character Actually, no, she doesn't know either. Helpless, unprotected, only fear and fatigue are what assault you. As long as you close your eyes, let your soul sink into the Evernight, and all these woes will fade away. Pasithea, open your eyes. What did you see in Orynyx's prophecy? Inescapable death. But this should not be your ending. Destiny will not treat you so unfairly. Do you not think it owes you a future? If you did not become the maiden then, would everything have turned out differently? Unfettered, free among the free, like a bird. I might have become a scholar. Circe's disciple, or perhaps a subject graced by Aquila, using your wisdom to create, record, and decipher. Your eloquent rhetoric will be quoted by countless others after you. Your name will also be remembered by scholars of the Grove. But all this will not come to pass. You are just Pasithea, destined maiden of the Temple of the Three Fates, a prisoner without dignity nor freedom. Now answer me, Pasithea. In Orynyx's prophecy, what did you see? You see the black tide swallowing the land. The death led by Thanatos brings decay and rot. It is truly fair. Aquila's disciples, Circe's disciples, and Orynyx's disciples all are equally facing eternal slumber and death. No matter where you choose to escape, destiny is omnipresent. It will always follow in your shadow, just like every time it did in the past. Only darkness and death are left. Death and darkness. Darkness and death. Where else can you escape? Unless you offer up your soul to Thanatos. That's right, Thanatos! A sacrifice! Swallow those poisonous herbs. And then the black tide arrived in time. You awaken in a familiar place. Do you still remember what happened? To escape destiny, Pasithea, you betrayed Orynyx, imbibed poison, and turned around, lunging toward Thanatos' embrace. But even death did not deign possession of your tragic soul. Go forth. The scale has risen far above your head. Use it to ascertain the weight of your soul. And then attain the destiny of equal worth. Though they have fallen already, the remaining judgments of Talenton are many and varied. It's quite ironic to think that even now, to overcome its challenges, you need the hand of Zagreus. My lord, let me do the heavy work. You must take care of your health. Very well. Do you remember how to do it? After all these years serving you, one thing I'm sure of. The celestial sphere that symbolizes the world should be on the right, isn't it? That's right, the celestial sphere's weight goes on the right side, and we stand on the left tray. The scale will lift us right to the destination. Let's go. Hope Lady Pasithea can make it. The illusions of the past are getting clearer and clearer. Enter the temple and be judged by the divine scale. With the hand of Zagreus, place the celestial sphere that symbolizes the world on the right. Step onto the left tray, and the scales will lift the innocent all the way to the destination. The triangle weight symbolizes destiny. Place it on the left, and those pilgrims standing on the right tray can venture deep into the temple. I see. How do I get up there? Optional review the law of the judgment? Wait, what? Not entirely sure I understood that, but... Okay, so this goes... Where? Oh, okay. This goes on the right. The weights have been restored. Go stand in the left tray. How do I get there?
Stream forth.
Oh, it's just right here.
Aha! It's so scary and high up here, and it shakes so much when it moves. I'm just a bug. Why'd I have to crawl all the way up to a place like this? It's not like I even have any wings. Open your eyes and look, Pasithea. Look at your miserable visage. The poison did not take your life, but robbed you of your eyes. Of course, that much is sufficient. You are unable to complete the Maiden's Prayer. You can only be locked away by the priests here and then buried in debris. Why do they not leave you to your devices? Because they have a mere tinge of conscience left in them. But that is not important, for they are probably all dead in the Black Tide's deluge. After a long time, you will feel famished. Do you remember the last words your mother said to you when she left? She tried her hardest to force a smile. As soon as the corners of her lips drooped, her tears would flow down her wrinkled crevices. Cheer up, Pasithea. You won't ever have to go hungry again. Where is she now? Is she still alive? In this era where all life heads towards quietus, you pray to Orynyx whom you betrayed, in hopes that destiny will bless her journey. I miss her dearly. You have long forgotten her face and her voice. Even if she were to stand before you and call out your name, you would not remember her. I hate her. She sold you to these priests so that she could live. You were never able to step foot outside the Temple of the Three Fates after that day. Perhaps, from the moment that happened, you were already dead. Stop thinking about that event and that woman who abandoned you. Even if you had a million reasons to speak up for her, hunger and fear will fuel your instinctive hate for her. You have even started to abhor your maiden predecessor. If not for her, would you even be in such a beleaguered predicament? But you know you are just venting your frustrations. Very soon, you will die here. And off it goes. Aha. I see. Woo.
Life is a puzzle in and of itself. Seek, and you will find.
Who do we have here? Our esteemed maiden. Accusing us of being liars, fabricating prophecies from your ivory tower, defending it with fervor. And how is Orynyx treating you? I obviously know the prophecy we declared is false, but since that's the case, why doesn't it give us the true prophecy? Does it wish to simply watch Amphoreus burn in black fire? Old friend, no need to be so harsh on an innocent girl. Be it her, us, or the Fate Titans, we are but all prisoners of this abyss of fate. No escape. It is inevitable. I will burst forth from this cage. Go, Pasithea. Go witness your destiny and make a choice for it. That's easy. I'm really getting the hang of these. Oh. Okay, where the heck am I? Over here. Quickly do this. This one's a bit less obvious. Oh, wait. Ah! There we go. Whoa. Oh.
Stream forth.
they could ambush me.
Our gray-haired warrior friend racks their brains the whole way over before finally making it to the hidden treasure vault. Riches beyond their wildest imagination await. What's this? You're not even letting me go either? Our gray-haired warrior strides resolutely up to the wall and get +1 souvenir.
I'll take all of this.
This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
Thank you very much.
Your young self would not understand what methods Orynyx employed to reveal those destinies to you beyond the prophecy. Ever since both your two kin passed, this could be its most generous revelation, its tragic scene reflected in your eyes. Locked in the depths of the temple, choking on poison herbs, finally buried beneath debris. What you have experienced is but a nightmare of the future you encountered in a stupor. As long as you allow lies to flow from your lips, you will embark on a path toward another future and escape this tragic destiny. Child, what choice will you make? Lie to the priest? Deceive them, claiming to have not seen anything and that Orynyx never revealed anything to you. You've successfully escaped the cage of being a maiden. What do you intend to do next? Go be a scholar. You try to imagine Oh, what? Cat walked across keyboard. You try to imagine an unrealistic future, but in reality, you all will soon die from hunger. The food in the house has already been depleted, and your mother is enduring hunger to protect you from it. This is the first time you notice that her figure has become so emancipated. I think that should say emaciated. As long as you become the maiden, you will all survive. We can go into the fields and farm. Your weakened bodies can no longer withstand such labor. As the black tide slowly swallows the land, there will be no place for you to farm. But if you become the maidens, you will all survive. We can go and work for money. Weaving or carving, but where will the tools and materials come from? Reality is not a bedtime story read by your mother. But once you become the maidens, you will all be able to survive. I want to become the maiden. This is your only destiny. You all can escape to Akima. You all can barely stand on your 2 feet. How will you reach the holy city that's high above? Give up on the struggling, Pasithea? I can still make a choice. A pointless defiance. Do you have the bravery to choose death, even if this is an act of cowardice? Even if your mother will lose hope for life because of this? Give up on struggling, Pasithea? I will become the maiden. This destiny cannot be altered. I don't want to become a liar. Your mother will not blame you. To ensure your survival, she will likely take on those dangerous jobs, doing work deep in the black tide. Someday in the future, there will be strangers knocking on your door, bringing you to attend her funeral. I fear for my destined future. Your mother, the only one who still loves you in this world, and the only one you still love. She has given you everything she has. Now she even has to give up her life for you. You have to become the maiden, or else she'll die in the black tide. I will be the maiden. Praise destiny. You ultimately became the maiden. As time marches on, the black tide and death both arrive at the moment fate reveals itself. Pasithea, you're going to die. As she lost consciousness, the memories of the past gradually faded as well. Suddenly, you hear a familiar voice calling to you. You're finally awake! You were walking here in a daze, and that scared me. This must be the final echoes from beyond the sky. Bring them to Pasithea.
Shit. No, that's not what I want.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment.
Is that you? I heard your footsteps and its sound. I have brought back the echoes from beyond the sky. To think these memories are still held in Yanisopolis. Never did I imagine I would recollect my past in such a way. Orynyx's kin. Let's hope we can find them from these sounds. Pasithea gently places her fingertips on the back of your ear, and the echoes flow into your ears, carrying her confession with them. The sound of collapsing cries, they are sounds I'll never forget, the haunting echoes of the Black Tide. At that time, I cowered in the temple, waiting for Thanatos to lead me from my bitterness to their river. But what arrived was a group of fugitives, guided by Orynyx, seeking an oracle from the Holy Maiden. O Destiny, I scream at thee, to hell with the Holy Maiden! I am nothing but a blind woman now. Yet, like the priests, I forged an oracle. In the darkness, I clung to my childhood memories, barely piecing together the path that would lead to Akama. Then I pointed to the sky and said to them, "Move ahead. The Time Titan has delivered a prophecy. We shall overcome the barriers of death and reach the holy city of Kefali." On the very night we marched into Akama, I, who had lost my sight, heard an echo from beyond the heavens in my dreams. Just like a prayer whispered in the temple, I understood the meaning of the echo the moment I heard it. This identity I had fought so hard to escape from had finally... At some point, Pasithea found herself surrounded by citizens seeking an oracle. It felt as if you were no longer in Akama, but transported to the Temple of the Three Fates in the past. Lady Pasithea, please look at me. Did you see my destiny from the Titan's revelation? High Priest, please tell us, what order did the Holy Maiden receive? As for Yanisopolis, no, the destiny of Amphoreus, how would it be? Oh, great Oracle Dream Mother, I come not with a wish, but simply to offer our heartfelt gratitude and deepest respect. Fate! Glorious fate will protect us! We will eventually triumph over death and strife. May the gods' gazes shine radiant over our glorious advance. Reveal to us the oracle, and we shall dedicate ourselves fully to the prophecies of the Titans. Praise Orynyx! Praise Orynyx! It seems like nothing has changed. Everyone, today is my day of rest. Let's reconvene another time. Huh? At Pasithea's proclamation, the noise in your ears suddenly quieted. The crowd dispersed noisily, yet without much complaint. Lady Pasithea, your prophecy was true. We discovered a mother and her daughter in the ruins. The child's health is deteriorating. Please find a doctor for her as soon as possible. Oh, Oracle Dream Mother, the elders in my family has recently made some delicious sweet cakes. I shall bring some to you shortly. I'll humbly accept them. Thank you. You seem exhausted lately. Let's take a trip to the hot springs again in a few days to recharge. Sure. I wanted to suggest that too. Shortly after, the area around Pasithea returns to the quietness it had moments ago. Fate. As one blessed by Orynyx, what do you think fate looks like? Well, I think the way the Trailblazer thinks of it is a prison that constrains all things. I used to think I was free from destiny, and I walked toward death based on my choices. But Orynyx's kin led them again to the temple, where they found the holy maiden who betrayed the Titans. Come to think of it, Pasithea and the liar may not have been the targets of that kin's accusations, but rather a dismissive sneer at my futile defiance. But no matter what, I am determined to find that kin and seek the answer. Am I truly free from my destiny, or is my struggle for freedom itself a part of my destiny? Echoes from beyond the sky. Though these sleep talks seem unrelated, I discovered a shadow of the Titan within them. Have they been waiting for my return? Please bring me back. I understand this is a selfish request, to carry a burden like me through such perilous ground, but I must witness it myself. Let's go. You carefully support Pasithea, stopping and starting along the way, blah blah blah. A familiar touch. When was the last time I stood here? I can't even remember. I've stayed here for many years, but most of the time was spent in the depths of the temple. The time truly spent on this land has been rare. The truth is right before our eyes. I can already hear its voice, but... Are you nervous? I'm fearful. If I really never once escaped destiny, if Orynyx watched at my betrayal of them, then watched me receiving their salvation, I don't know how to face it all. We have to move forward. Yes, everyone at Akama is still waiting for my return. Unravel the final memory. Let us witness the true face of Orynyx's kin. Friends, you all escaped here from other cities, right? The black tide can no longer be contained, and the torrent of Thanatos will swallow the earth whole. Why am I not afraid? For I do not fear death, as I am Orynyx's kin and belong solely to their starry night. Please do not panic. Orynyx sent me here to offer you all salvation. Hear me. Before you stands the temple of the Fate Titans. Walk forth, deep into the ruins, and you shall find a prophet. Her name is Pasithea. Bring her out, and she shall bestow you the prophecy of the Fate Titans, ensuring your survival to Akama. It's exactly what the city guard said. In the world beyond memories, Pasithea is listening to the sounds here. You can hear her breaths become increasingly frantic. Orynyx, the mighty Fate Titan, I beg not for your forgiveness for my sins. I am the most despicable of liars, and for my own selfishness, I sacrifice the lives of many innocents. But if I kept my silence, who will save her? If there's anyone who deserves to be punished, it should be me, the one who abandoned her. If only I tried harder. If only I could have kept her from growing hungry. If only I brought her along to escape, to Akama. If only... Are you listening? Orynyx, I can offer my everything, my heart, my eyes, as long as you can fulfill my wish. Oh, Destiny, please save my daughter. Aww. The lingering memories fade into the air. From today on, Pasithea's dreams will not be haunted by the echoes of the ghost anymore. Pasithea's lips curl up, then inwards. She clenches her jaw, fighting to hold back her tears. Girl, same. I've never once thought this would be the truth. My mother. The last time I saw her, I wasn't Orynyx's maiden yet. My friend, how did my mother's figure look? I couldn't see clearly. In the end, both my mother and I became liars who fabricated prophecies. They were lies out of goodwill. I chased destiny to this point, only to end up with nothing. Orynyx and Mother, have we truly succeeded in breaking free from our own destinies? Destiny might not exist after all. How ridiculous. This question has bothered me for years, yet when I discover the truth, I realize that all these are no longer important. Yes, it doesn't matter if we are caught in the claws of destiny, as there are things that we are powerless to change. As long as we take action, there must be some things that will change. Among the ruins, Oryx has never revealed to me a world after the Black Tide. Even if it's blind hope, I also wish to believe that it was I who chose destiny, not the other way around. Mother, I am very happy now. But I can no longer hear your voice in my dreams. In the future, it might get a little lonely. God damn. Little Gray, what did Pasithea say? Oh yeah, lift your pillow. She asks you to lift your pillow, and that's it. It can't possibly be there. We've looked for it high and low. Ah! Found it! So it was there. Dude, that was also a baller quest. What the heck? Alright, well, I'm gonna end this one here. And I will see you all next time for more adventure missions in Amphoreus.